Nope. Okay, we need to practice a lot more. You know how a lot of people like do stuff and they're like, yep, still got it. I don't. I really don't. These are so stiff, so not nimble like they once were. Guys, today I wanted to hop on real quick and just talk about, no surprise, I listened to the editing podcast. I think it's incredible. Hayden is a huge influencer. You know, what's the word? It's inspiration to me, right? I mean, I think he's an incredible editor. So obviously I watch his stuff. I think Jordan's great too. And recently on their podcast, they had Dan Mace, who honestly is someone I've looked up to for forever. Casey Days, you know, all of his channel. I've loved Dan for forever. And funny enough, I haven't really watched Beast Philanthropy, which is kind of Dan's work right now. But they had Dan on the show to talk about Beast Philanthropy, and he had this insane take.
There's some weird shit with new age editors where they pick a song first and they just choppity chop. There's no story, bro. You know, and it's like, what the fuck did I just watch, you know?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's crazy. You probably think it's crazy. It's insane. But it's funny because I think it's insane not because he's wrong, but because of the principle of it. Like, I have so much mad respect for that man. He is a creative explosion. I mean, he is just a tornado. I mean, he is crazy with what he does. So the fact that he was talking about how they score every single Beast Philanthropy video, I was like, I need to start watching this channel. I've been ignoring it because I'm a little beasted out lately, and I think a lot of people are, but I need to watch this if he's scoring it. I think the other important piece of context for this video that I want to bring up is that I have so much mad respect for this take because before I became obsessed with video and editing, my first true love of editing was music. I played piano for years as a kid. I played guitar for years as a kid. Like, music was my first love. And in fact, very quickly, with how much I loved music, I really just played a ton of instruments. I loved everything about it. My dad had a drum set, you know, growing up, he played drums. It took no time at all into my love for music as a kid to grow into a mature phase of wanting to be able to record my own music. And it was perfect because right around this time, the MacBooks with GarageBand were really becoming so crazy powerful. And I would just spend hours recording music and editing it. I was doing non-linear editing, but just music, no video, right? And of course, music videos were also made. That was definitely part of it. But this whole like specifically editing side was all about music. And I really do think now that I can look back on it retroactively and reflect on it, I think music was what is the love of editing. And in fact, that's why for the longest time I was like, man, I really love editing, but I don't know why. And then I think back to that and it's like, oh, it's because of the music. Like, that is why I love editing, and that is why today this channel is all about editing. It makes total sense to me. So naturally, gathering my thoughts here, but so naturally when I heard this take from Dan, it really was coming from a place of respect and just like absolute astonishment. And obviously he's got probably one of the biggest YouTube budgets on the planet, but truly I was like, I can do that. I'm not very good at it anymore because it's such a weak muscle, but like all of the foundations are still there. Like, I have such a music background and I still flex it with all of my editing. But I 100% have keyboards, I've got guitars, I've got microphones, like all of that stuff is still here to make music and score videos. And it's something I've been wanting to do for years, but just have never had the time or the budget to justify, or maybe even the idea, I don't know. But long story short, this take from Dan, this video, is making me want to do it. It's really inspired me to think, is there a future where I could make some songs that this channel uses, that I could make music again for specific things that I hadn't originally thought of. And I think I had even written a sticky note idea over here a long time ago called Editor Makes Music versus stock music. And the whole thought of that idea was like, if I were to work up those muscles again to quickly make music and just be like, hey, this is the song I need, get out my MIDI keyboard and just start making it instead of searching through, Epidemic or Music Bed for hours, could I just quickly make the song? And this was kind of, again, another kick in the butt to say, is there a future where I could actually consider doing this again? And Dan is just inspiring that. I mean, again, the craziest thing about him is he does all of like the mixed media stuff with the paper and all of that I also love, which is a whole nother tangent of artistic exploration that's incredible. I truly think he is like a renaissance man when it comes to video and editing and music and all of that. But anyway, that was just one of my main thoughts, is like, I just want to try this. Like, this is just, there's an itch now that I need to scratch, and I got to figure out what to do it with or how to. But like, the idea's been there. This is giving me motivation. I don't know what this is going to take shape of, but if you guys haven't watched this interview, go watch it. It's incredible, super inspiring. It's inspiring the crap out of me, and I want to like kind of check it out. The other thought that I had that might be more relevant to everyone else, because again, this was a very individual reaction in terms of like, hey, what can Jake make with this? What can I do with this? But for you guys, one thought that I've been having lately is just like, and I don't know how, I'm kind of like seeing it in my mind. So recently I've been connecting with a lot of very similar editors, as you guys can tell. Like, a lot of them are way up here, and I have no idea how they want to come and talk to me. Like, that's incredible. But there's also a lot of them that are what I would say in a similar phase of the creative journey as me, whether that's kind of looking at roughly YouTube subscriber numbers, skill levels, peer recognition from others. Like, the level feels pretty similar. And I don't think I'm offending anyone here. I'm just trying to be objective with like, some of the friends I'm making don't have 1 million subscribers. They have, 10,000, 5,000, whatever, whatever these numbers are, or again, whatever other similar feeling metric that's happening a lot right now, which is amazing. And I'm sure some of you are watching right now and just like, let's go, baby. I'm having so much fun networking. But it really has me thinking that it's like, it would be so fantastic if there was some kind of product or networking tool. And I'm just putting this out there into the world. Like, I don't have time to make it, and I just kind of wish that it existed. Maybe we should make it. I don't know. Let's just add more to my plate that I don't have time for. But like, if there was a product that allowed people to find each other and was good at feeling out those lanes, right? Those kind of echelons of the creative journey. Like, are you just starting? Have you been doing it for 6 years, but maybe you still haven't totally found your niche or like your passion or whatever it is? Or are you like cranking on all cylinders? This is your full-time job or whatever. Again, I don't totally know what these pockets, labels, and, tiers or levels or whatever dumb word that doesn't feel like it fits right could get put on these. But if that tool existed, it would be so cool as an editor to collaboratively work with someone who scores music and have them be at a similar level to you, right? Like, have them be like your music guy and work with them and not, because I mean, again, it should charge an arm and a leg, but if there's if there was a music guy who scored videos, who was roughly at, again, let's say like 10,000 YouTube subscribers or 5,000 or less or whatever, like in the realm of like, hey, Jake, I just want to work with you, and kind of have this symbiotic relationship of doing amazing work together and pumping up each other's tires on all the stuff that's happening. I just think that would be so cool. I think that would be incredible. And again, I don't know how you would make this dating app for creators or whatever it would be. Because again, I basically, everything that's happening in that sort of sphere for me is all organic, and I've had to seek it out. And I'm so glad I've started doing that. I was so introverted and not collaborating, thinking I didn't need it. And now that I'm doing it, I'm like, this is amazing. This is the best thing ever. Like, I'm not introverted. I mean, I am, but get me in the room with people who share these passions, and I'll I'll just word vomit all kinds of ideas and have fun and feel energized. So I don't know. And again, if you can find that naturally, great. That's what I would suggest. I'm kind of thinking about it as well. If you are someone who watches this channel and makes music, reach out to me. I don't know. I don't have a plan. I don't know what it would be, but I'm just curious. I'm just thinking about it, and I think that there's something really cool here to consider. So anyway, guys, that's just my thoughts. Again, at the end of the day, in summary, Dan Mace is an absolute legend. He's a GOAT. He inspires me all of the time now, both musically, video, editing, mixed media. I mean, he's just a wizard, and, you know, I love networking with people, and I think that there should be better ways to do that. And until then, just gotta old-fashioned make friends online as best as you can, and I think that that's still a great way to do it. So yeah, you guys have a good one. Don't forget, as always, this channel is about all things editing, so, you know, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, comment down below your thoughts on this topic, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one, and as usual, I'm gonna get back to editing.